Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. This is a serious video. In the span of 3 years, David Dobrik went from YouTube's golden child to a kind of cautionary tale of internet fame going wrong.
And I'm so sorry, and I really let not only you down, but a lot of people down. A lot of people that watch me, and my friends and family for that.
Today, we're talking about David Dobrik and all the crazy shit that's happened, how he came back, now he's really jacked. What a plot twist. We get to start from the very beginning. I used to watch a lot of David Dobrik's videos, his short little vlogs with his little vlog squad. I'd have my phone, I'd be like, oh, they're all laughing, it's funny. It's funny, they're so crazy. And then I would be sitting there eating lunch, watching Jiro Dreams of Sushi as well on my computer screen. And then I'd have my phone. 4 minutes 20 seconds long. That's funny.
How does he use copyright music? That's crazy.
We've got to go all the way back to really understand the full situation. Jeff Wittick, the guy who was e-begging for a while on TikTok. This shit is so wild and there's so many layers to it. It's sad. It's really sad. The whole thing is sad, and now he's jacked. So it's weird now too. The story of David began with humble origins in Slovakia, previously known as Czechoslovakia. His family would immigrate to the United States when he was 5 years old, and David's early life would be marked by sensitivity and shyness, average European stuff. His mother, Christina, described him as a child who would cry before preschool and preferred watching others play with his toys instead of himself playing with them. That's kind of weird, I feel like. Is that normal? If I had a kid and he was just like watching other people play with his toys, I'd be like, shoo, that's weird. But I get it because he's like the voyeur. He's like the vlog squad. He films everybody and stuff. At the age of 16, David Dobrik was introduced to Vine through his friend Natalie. He observed other creators who found success and very large spoons from people like King Bach and Nash Greer, who were making a lot of money on Vine and relocating to amazing cities like Los Angeles. He got his first brand deal, was 50 bucks. It was a to-do list app called Do. He celebrated that small victory with his friends at Buffalo Wild Wings, and eventually he became extremely famous. That was after Vine collapsed in 2017. He had a slightly established presence on YouTube, started vlogging, and my lord, it blew the Vine was so popular and so many people have careers just because of Vine. I wish I would have started posting on Vine, dude. I posted some stupid shit on Vine, like really stupid shit. Like I would just video my cat and I would play Enya over it. I'd be like, that's funny. That's so funny. And I just didn't understand why nobody liked it. And then I would go and I would make Minecraft mods. I was making Minecraft mods at the time. David developed the signature 4-minute and 20-second long vlog format that was his catalyst in his rise to prominence. It was genius. It encouraged binge watching. The videos were short, just long enough to where it's like, okay, this is good watch time. YouTube's gonna promote it, but also just short enough to where you wanna watch more. Plus, he collaborated with Liza Koshy, who I haven't heard about in years.
You kind of look like my girlfriend, Liza. You wanna come to my room and talk? Okay, not like that, but do you want to come in my room? Okay.
They were sketches though, pranks, and relationship-focused videos. Drama? A little bit of drama? Oh, wow. With the capsule of the vlog format, he also formed the Vlog Squad, a rotating group of content creators that included personalities such as Notorious E-Beggar, Jason Nash, Toddy Smith, Heath Hussar, and Josh Peck from Jake and Josh. I mean, really though, the Vlog Squad was genius. It was very entertaining, dramatic content. They would elaborately prank each other. They would just throw money at each other, give stuff away. It was unique, engaging, and fun, and lots and lots and lots of people loved it for a very long time until the excavator incident. In June of 2020, the squad gathered at a shallow lake for what was intended to be yet another epic iteration with the gang. Another Vlog Squad vlog. David operating an excavator without being forklift certified, I assume, allegedly. Swung his friends on a rope above the water, and it seemed fun. Use heavy machinery, throw people around. It's so funny, man. I don't know why you would ever do this with heavy machinery. There's been plenty of safety videos, even ones as far back as the 80s, about heavy machinery. Hydraulics, etc., unpredictable, dangerous. Look at that dumbass. This fellow, Jeff Wittick, you've probably seen him around. He has this awesome barbershop podcast series. It's really entertaining and really interesting. He had his turn in the video, and things went horribly wrong. David did a podcast with Jason Nash later talking about it, and Jeff would react to it with his own inputs because he was the one actually involved.
I remember Jeff came up to one of my buddies. He was like, this is boring as shit. What are we, like preschoolers? Like, let's do something cool. And he said he wanted to swing from it.
When the
Not
excavator
while
was
the
ashore.
fuck thing is swinging fast. That was never discussed. That was completely on you.
So David's in the excavator just swinging Jeff around, just swinging him back around and back and forth, and he stops abruptly, and Jeff slams into the excavator with a pretty big force, you know? David says that it was Jeff's idea, and Jeff said that he wanted to swing from the rope like a rope swing in a tree, not spinning around the cab of the excavator, which is extremely stupid. I don't understand this at all. Like, genuinely, I don't know. I've heard of people getting just killed by machinery ever since I was a small child, being around farmers and stuff. God's guessing he got wrapped up in a hay binder. But yeah, very stupid, extremely dumb. The impact was catastrophic. Jeff Wittick suffered multiple traumatic injuries. His skull was shattered in 9 places. He had a full orbital blowout. He fractured his foot. He broke his hip, tore his leg ligaments, and his eye socket was severely damaged. Medical professionals even later noted that a slight change in angle could have resulted in Wittick's death or a complete loss in his vision permanently. I don't know if you guys know about traumatic injuries, but they're bad. Traumatic brain injuries, they're like the recovery process. I mean, you think that you'd be able to heal, but you just can't. You just can't heal. You can never be the same ever again. And unfortunately, that seems like what has happened with Jeff. He's documented a lot of it. You can go check out some of his content. Back in 2022, still 3 years ago and 2 years after the incident, he posted on Instagram that 7 surgeries had been performed out of a proposed 9. Even as recently as December 2024, he underwent another surgery that would, hopefully restore more of the vision that he lost from the accident. I feel so bad for Jeff Wittick, though, genuinely. Like, his life is basically ruined. He's still better off than a lot of people, but over some dumbass YouTube shit, his life is never the same again. Jeff also went to the Amen clinic to have his brain scanned to see exactly how the injury affected him, and Dr. Amen, the founder of the clinic, scored his brain a 4 out of 10 due to several areas of his brain showing abnormal activity. Dr. Amen tells Jeff that he 100% has brain damage.
So here's your cerebellum, and it's great. It's really healthy. So that's good news for us.
Because that's the most important part.
Well, no, the most important part's here.
And the most important part is what's screwed up?
Yeah.
His prefrontal cortex has low blood flow. That is the part of the brain that controls your planning, judgment, organization, and the ability to learn from your mistakes. Basically, the human part of your brain. His limbic system has too much anxiety, and that is the portion of your brain that regulates emotions that could lead to experiencing low moods or anxiety. And Jeff's brain is also bumpy, apparently, which is a result of an exposure to toxins, which is, I don't know, maybe something different, I'm not sure.
But do you see the bumpiness? I don't like the bumpiness. Your brain is older than you are, and we want to fix that.
You have to protect your head, man. Concussions, haha, it's so funny. I hit my head, oh crap. You have to take care of your brain. There's no going back. You will never be the same. You will change. I feel so much for Jeff, especially because of, the context of what happened. Like, as a YouTuber, God, that would weigh so heavily on me every single day. Bro, I would have to live with Jeff and just be like, you all right, man? Every day and help him. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. It me up, even thinking about it. I'm the victim here! Ah! What's interesting to me is that initially Wittick protected Dobrik and sort of deflected questions about the accident.
Hey, it's crazy, we're both a little banged up.
Yeah, what happened to you?
I fell off a building.
Oh, what, a 2-foot tall building?
He's doing insurance fraud.
You gotta stop saying that, all right? I'll rip that wig off your head.
And in one video on Jeff's channel, you can tell that a section talking about how Jeff had cracked his face open, it was edited to link it to a conversation about skydiving.
Why? You understand, right, dude? I look like I'm going skydiving. And ultimately, what cracked his face open. I was after insurance companies, but we can get into a lot.
And it wasn't until April 2021, Jeff released a documentary called Do Not Try This at Home, or Don't Try This at Home. That's the actual name of it. And in that, he revealed the full extent of his accident. He said that David pressured him into participating the stunt repeatedly, and That's not good. David's initial response was just weird. He said that what happened to Jeff is the worst thing that ever happened to him.
Is like the worst thing that's ever happened to me. And I wish I would do anything.
Dude, shut up. That's so stupid. That's just so dumb, like out of touch, Hollywood dumbass shit to say. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Sure. All right. A lack of accountability. Classic lack of accountability. Victim mentality. I don't even know, dude. David even screen recorded his DMs with Jeff while Jeff was in the hospital about 2 hours after the accident, showing that he was prioritizing protecting himself rather than prioritizing the welfare of his friend that he almost just murdered. Oh, sorry, manslaughtered. Manslaughtered, that's the right word. He then continued to say that it was Jeff's idea, and even though David had promised to not say so, he still blamed Jeff.
And then he asked, he's like, can you promise me one thing? And I said, what? And he's like, can you just promise that no one ever knows that this was my idea? And I was like, absolutely. Like, that's not a big deal. And then that's the promise I broke recently.
I'm trying to like understand his perspective, and I get it. Like I get he's trying to like kind of explain himself, and he's trying to seem like it's not so bad, and he's talking about he's being honest, or he's trying to be honest, I guess. It just seems just so dumb and so stupid, and like, why are you saying this, man? He can't just say, hey man, I'm really sorry for irreparably destroying your brain and your life. He just can't say that. He just doesn't say that. He's never said that. It's really weird. The Vlog Squad crumbled very quickly after this. There was a domino effect, a brand exodus. Business Insider published an expose detailing some allegations against Dom, an early member of the Vlog Squad. Dude's a massive piece of shit and was doing things that were horrible in and around filming videos for David Dobrik's channel. David lost a bunch of sponsors. Obviously, he had partnerships with like DoorDash, EA Sports. This guy's like as mainstream as it gets. Even SeatGeek, like the classic David Dobrik sponsor, suspended their relationship. They cited the need to review internal discussions. Dobrik's thing Dispo failed. He pulled out, resigned from the company's board. His YouTube channels were demonetized, which he already had a bunch of copyrighted music in them anyway, so they weren't really big sources of revenue. So there's a bunch of pressure, and David releases a series of apology videos. It's not really possible to win when making an apology. You can be honest, I guess. The comments did not think he was very sincere. This is in regard to the Dom stuff. And yeah, thus concludes the Vlog Squad, pretty much. No videos for a really, really, really long time. The Vlog Squad's in shambles. We see Jason Nash, once a prominent figure, dancing around, selling himself out, whoring himself out, doing anything he possibly can to maintain himself in David's good graces. He had the most embarrassing, like, I don't even know if it was a fall from grace necessarily, but it's just sad. Jason Nash was apparently earning like 35 grand a month through YouTube and was poised to make a lot more money because he had a podcast with David Dobrik. When David decided to not do stuff anymore, Jason Nash's income stream completely evaporated, and then he resorted to begging on TikTok.
Double tap, come on guys. 13 win streak, save us. Galaxy gets a follow, guys. If you're new, please.
Just get a job, man. Just get a real job or something, you know? This whole thing makes David look like a dickhead as well, because this guy is so ride or die. Like, this guy's as loyal as possible. For money, for what, doesn't matter. Jason Nash is a David Dobrik laser and always has been massively. Of course. He just let him fail. He didn't give him any money or anything like that. He just left, hey man, here's a couple $1,000. Maybe you can pay your mortgage or something. No. Embarrass yourself on TikTok, adult man. After David began his break, some stuff still happened. Jeff filed a lawsuit. David launched Dobrik's Pizza. That was in November of 2022. Is it still a thing? Dobrik. It appears to be. It's making me hungry. Look at that. That looks amazing. Holy shit. That does look good. So yeah, during all this, David's still on Snapchat all the time, posting shit every single day. He just left YouTube, went full bore on Snapchat, and got super jacked, I guess. He prioritized his fitness, and he just came back and released this in this amazing video. I mean, he looks great, to be honest. He looks really, really, really good. He looks objectively good. It's extremely impressive. Very impressive. I don't understand, though, why rich people, like really rich people, David Dobrik level rich people, aren't just all in just the greatest shape. You can just pay someone to cook for you. You don't have to question it. You don't have to do it. Like, you can just have a personal trainer to pester you to work out and pay someone to cook for you. There's no excuse. to not just be the healthiest possible human being you can. If I had a lot of money, I would be that, but I don't. I lose a lot of money. I'm more of a losing money kind of guy, more than I am a making money kind of guy.
I feel
He looks really normal though. He looks like a really normal guy.
I was up close like a viewer would be, and it's pretty bad.
It isn't that bad, bro. Come on. He's just a normal guy. He's not even like obese. He just looks like a normal ass dude who doesn't work out. How gross. So 2025, David Dobrik is back. He's going to be making videos again, it seems like. And now he's a completely new person. He's not a normal guy who completely over one of his friends and left him in the dust, left a lot of his friends completely in the dust, including Jason Nash. Now he's a different guy. No longer is he gross piece of shit. He's a jacked, amazing guy. And you can see from the video over the last couple years, this is content from the last few years, his life is stable. He's been traveling. Nothing negative has affected him in any way. So yeah, the public reaction, very interesting, I've got to say. I think it's cool. I thought it was cool to see somebody making a change. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. He must be a new person now. And then you have to remember, I'm an idiot, right? Like this is, I'm stupid. And then I start thinking about stuff. Luckily, I have this thing where I'll react to something and then I'm like, like DJ Academics, just like, and then my prefrontal cortex, judge Leslie, be judge yourself, or whatever. And then I'll be like, well, maybe there is more to this. Maybe he has more, you know, I'm a content creator. I feel like he should probably be held accountable. If I did this to my friends, I would never expect to just be able to move on and get jacked. I would feel bad for the rest of my entire life. Like I said, I would move in with my friend and I would be like, are you all right? I would make him food. I would cook for him. I would rub him. You know, I'd be like, I feel so bad, but I don't know though. People seem to love it. Brother casually dropped the toughest vlog out of anyone in the last 3 years. That's true. Vlogs are dead and irrelevant, to be real with you. It was the old Vlog Squad vlog. It has returned for sure. Meat Canyon's animation came out. It was really good.
Look at that. I'm a totally new person, right? Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I see you lost some weight. That's cool.
I mean, I used to be a fat piece of shit, but I'm a changed man, right? I'm totally different, right?
I have learned one thing. Avoiding accountability as a YouTuber is a great way to become a Meat Canyon monster. That's happened a few times. So yeah, there's plenty of victims in all this stuff, and the main one seems to be, in regard to David Dobrik, Jeff Wittick. There's also this strange documentary that Casey Neistat made with David Dobrik, and they've been talking about that lately, and I really don't know what the that's about, nor do I really care. I just hope Jeff's all right, man. I feel bad for that guy. Like David, whatever, in you know, entertainment, whatever, but man, that just, there's a big, huge, objectively bad thing looming over you. You just get really jacked. It's kind of funny. It is actually objectively funny. It's not kind of funny. It is a hilarious thing. That guy thinks that everything will be okay if you get jacked. That's what it seems like, at least, because he's poor at communication. Anyways, thanks for watching. Go watch my second channel, Oompa TV. Go watch my game development channel, Oompy. And also go ahead and buy some candy at sour.gg, my friends. I will talk to you in the next one.